Hey, what's up, turtles? Krik here with Black Owl Outdoors. My brother and I decided that we're going to be putting up a little bit different content in addition to our Sunday uploads. And basically, it's going to be a question and answer type deal. We're going to call it call and response. And we're going to pull, we're going to pull these questions from you, our subscribers and followers, from either old videos or underneath this thread. And you can ask us any question you want. And I guess to be safe, we'll just say questions for me. I'll address them. Maybe if I can convince Stoney to get in front of the camera, maybe this will be the time you see him in this series. Currently, we're only uploading one video a week, and that goes up Sundays at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we're thinking to put these up, what do you think, Tuesday or Wednesday, Stoney? Something like that. So Tuesday or Wednesday during the week. And I think it'll be really, really cool and fun idea for a few reasons. And one, because my brother and I, Stoney, we really try to read every comment we get, but time-wise, it's really not that easy or really not that possible for us to sit and respond to every comment in depth as much as we want to. It's just a time thing with the amount of comments, and that's just the reality of having a larger channel. So the point being, we're going to start a call and response series. We're going to be putting that up probably Tuesday or Wednesday from questions you have asked us, and I'll either go through old videos or I will take take questions underneath this video. So if you have a question for us or for me, leave a comment, and that's all there is to it. To start it off for this video, I'm going to respond to one question just for this video, but we'll probably do, we're thinking three or four questions per video, depending on, you know, the question, the length of response it requires. So to get started, I'm going to read one question from one of our followers. So I have a screenshot on my phone because I don't have service out here in the forest, thankfully. I love coming to the forest and not having service, because there's a lot of places in the woods now, this day and age, where there's cell towers where you can get service. This is from Cedric Ada Gear and Outdoors. I don't know how to pronounce it. Pete, I know you're probably watching this. How do you pronounce it? You want to address it in your next video, and I'll watch it and see how you say it. This is from Pete from Australia. Hey, do you find different steels take longer to get right? And that was a question on a recent video we did where it was Krik's at-home sharpening kit, something along those lines. And the answer to that question is yes, absolutely. Different steels take different amounts of time to sharpen. And sharpening time depends on a lot of different factors. You know, obviously, if there's damage or if you're trying to bring an edge back, this or that, you know, it's not going to be consistent for every single time you sit down and sharpen a knife, depending on the knife. But speaking specifically on steels, is I have a knife in D2, and the first time I sharpened that I was like, what the heck? Why am I continuing to take these passes on my my diamond stones, and I really don't feel like much is happening? Compared to, I even responded to his comment, I sharpened my grandpa's old Buck 110 folder, and that thing sharpened up so fast, and that edge was damaged, and that, I forget the steel on that folder, but it sharpened up really, really fast and took an edge really nice. So yes, different steels do take longer to sharpen. With that being said, I also want to add that I've also had issues and almost doubted myself to my sharpening techniques when I was first starting out, and I'm still learning every time I you know, sharpen or carve, or anytime I do a task right now, I'm still learning every single time. But sometimes I'd be doubting myself because I know it's not a super, you know, like a super steel or a higher quality steel. And for some reason, I just couldn't get it sharp. It wasn't reacting, or it wasn't acting the way I thought it should, given my experience and my past experiences with similar steels and all that. And I learned it's because of the heat treat. The heat treatment for the knife was not what it was supposed to be for the quality, you know? And I'm not going to say what knife that was, this or that, this video, that's not the point. The point is that I learned sort of the hard way, because no one was telling me like, hey, maybe your sharpening technique is really well, and you shouldn't be doubting yourself of maybe you're off with your technique because you can't get this knife sharp because, or you should, because it's a steel that takes an edge pretty easy. And it wasn't my technique, and I shouldn't have been doubting my technique. I should have confidence. It was because the steel wasn't heat treated properly and it wasn't taking an edge. So that can be a factor. Not just the steel type will, decide how long it's going to take, but also the heat treat on the knife is just as important for how it's going to react when you try to sharpen it and or hone it. So I think that's pretty much all I have to say in response to that question. I think it's a really good one, and I chose that for a few reasons, but mainly because I get a lot of questions for people, what knife should I use, this or that, and that's important. You should have a quality knife if you're going to be using this stuff a lot, but it's more important that you know how to maintain your tools. So that's why I decided to pick from the knife sharpening video. So if you have anything to add about your experiences with sharpening different types of steels or heat treating on knives that have really given you some issues or headaches, leave a comment below, because I'm interested to hear that, and I'm sure there are other people too that want to learn from your experience. So this is just the intro to this video series. Remember, if you have any questions, leave a comment, let us know. And like I said, I will pick probably 3 questions depending per week will come out, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And Stone, you'll have some input too, and if he has an opinion, if he's not on the camera, I will be sure to make mention that it's his opinion as well. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun doing this, and we'll see how it goes from here, and see if you like it. So yeah, I'm going to continue whittling and enjoying this hot, humid September day. I cannot wait for fall. All right, this is Krik signing out with Black Owl Outdoors. Later, turtles.